Greetings, Earthians. It is time once again to turn your mental energies toward the infinity of the speed of thought. Travel beyond the edge of the known into the realm of weird science fantasy. He was one of us, and yet they killed him. He was my friend, and yet they lifted him high and flung him from the cliff edge. We hunters were returning at dusk. We'd left the cool, green-smelling forest and crossed the barren place beneath the cliffs when I saw him struggle. I heard him scream as he flailed in midair on his way to a rock-rupturing death. And stripling though I was, I swore that this day my spear would taste human blood, for he was my friend. For that, someone will die! We use the old name still. His name was John, and I'd loved him. He came down screaming, and then the screaming stopped, and he was dead. I flung the fresh-killed doe from my shoulders. I would have climbed to the cliff edge above, but the others would not let me pass. Stop! Would you be like he is now? You know our law. They spoke of the law, and I trembled. I knew that John had broken the law, for only such a crime is punishable by death. Ours is a strong law, yet even so I could not be still. The law is a stupid law.
The law is a good law. It was right that John should die. He broke it. We did not wish to slay you too.
No, instead you tricked me. I am not yet a man, yet you took me with you. Let me hunt with you. Now I know why, so that I could not help my friend.
We tricked you so that your hot blood would not force us to kill you along with him.
Liars! Liars! It was not to spare me, but to spare yourselves. Now taste my revenge. I fought, but there were many. They overpowered me and took my weapons. And then they left me to face the darkness alone. I built a cairn for John's body to cheat the scavenging wolves. And then I grieved for him. Weep, my son, weep. Tears cleanse the heart of hate, and yours is filled with hate, because you do not understand. It was Samuel, the wise, the eldest, our leader. I snatched a rock from the cairn. You. Would you slay me, David? Your friend's crime was great. Would you have all of us suffer for the folly of one? He stood there, gnarled as an ancient tree, and I hated him. For only he could speak the word which sent a man to his death. Yet I could not kill him. I bring you a choice, my son. Learn the mystery, the reason for our law, and be as we are, or remain here unarmed against the beasts of the night. There was no choice. No man can live for long away from the protection of the caves. And I was not yet even a man. Among our people, only those who learned the mystery of the law were accounted men. So I followed Samuel. I climbed behind the old one, the wise one, and I shivered. For many were the tales I had heard of the mystery behind the law. Yet I walked proudly,
erect, as I passed the hunters and their wives and their wide-eyed children. Samuel took me to his cave. I see no mystery here, old man.
The mystery is not a thing to be seen with the eyes or felt with the hands, my son.
The old man sat down on his bed of skins.
It is a thing to be seen from within. The mystery is not a thing that is, but a thing that was. It was a time long ago, when men were not as they are now, when men lived in shining towers.
The old one spoke, and his words carved visions in my head. I saw great spires reaching sparkling fingers to the sky. I saw smooth stone paths, wide as rivers, and things like silver beetles racing upon them, and things like wingless gleaming insects flying in the sky over the spires, and god-men. All that I saw as the old one spoke, and then I saw the towers crumble. I saw the stone paths split and break and recoil like snakes. I saw the fire like that of 100 suns. And I saw the god-men die. Hundreds, thousands, millions. I saw the fire rise like a ball and mushroom upward and hang over the death and destruction like a blazing cairn of flame. And somehow I knew that the things that flew had brought death. They'd hovered, and then they'd streaked away. And when they'd hovered, there'd been the flame, the awful white flame. Oh, Lord.
It is only a branch flaring in the fire, my son.
It was so real. I dreamed. I thought it was the fire from the skies, from the things that flew.
The things that flew were known as machines, my son, and what you saw was called war. The god-men fought for strange reasons then, not for food or for mates, but for things you would not understand, and always they fought these wars with their machines. The machines that flew were called rockets.
I saw it all through Samuel's eyes. I saw the rockets in their thousands. I saw them battle and destroy each other until the last rocket dropped from the skies. And then there were different things flying in the skies. Strange things, like birds with wings that did not move. I saw more god-men die as if they were sacrifices to the machines they themselves had created. And then I saw them begin to lose their godliness. I saw them fight amongst themselves for the last scraps of food. I saw the beetles spit fire and kill the god-men. And I saw the god-men starve. I saw them perish by the millions, but still their war went on. One day, there were no more flying things in the air, no gleaming beetles on the ground. The god-men fought with only the things they could carry, with the black sticks which spit flame and the knives made of gleaming, shining stuff. I saw the last battle, and I saw, in the end, the god-man fighting as we fight, with clubs and spears. And after the battle, I saw one god-man climb a heap of ruins and speak to the others.
That man was the first, my son. The first to understand what men had done. The first to curse the things which had made a wilderness of his world. He preached to the others, the few that were left. He made them understand.
I saw the man who preached to the others lead them. I saw them seek out all of the things that they had built. And I saw them crush them, smash them, destroy them, the machines. And when they'd wrecked every last machine, they were content. They left the ruins and the dead places and the wrecked machines, and they went back to the forests and the caves.
And time buried the machine, my son, and the law was born. Never again would man build machines which would destroy himself. You know that law, my son.
Yes, but I never understood it. Now I do.
Then now you understand why John was killed. John broke that law. John made a machine, and the machine means death. If men build one, they will build others.
And if there are others, one day men will fly again, and kill again. I loved John, but it is good that John died. Now I can see the wisdom of it. I can understand. But this machine, has it been destroyed? I have never seen a machine. It would be a tale to tell my sons someday, that I had actually seen a machine. The old one arose and went to the cave mouth and watched the procession filing past.
No, the machine has not been destroyed. Not yet. It is to be placed in the fire so that all may see and know how strong is our law. Come.
They carried it past the old one's cave, the machine, and it was truly wondrous. Its use I did not know. It was strange, new, alien. I felt the hair rise on my neck, but I did not turn away, afraid though I was.
Remember what you see this night, David. The beginning of all evil. The godmen had such a machine long ago, and it eventually brought them agony and doom. Remember that you may teach your children, so that they may teach their children. How good is our law? Remember that you have looked upon a machine. Remember its name. The godmen, our ancestors, called it a wheel.
Once again, we return you to your pre-scheduled mundanity.